Join us on a journey through the world of ships in this episode of Discovering the High Seas. Explore the technology, design, and history of seafaring vessels from cargo freighters to luxury yachts. Learn about the different types of ships and their unique features. Discover the evolution of shipbuilding from early vessels to modern marvels of engineering. Set sail with us and uncover the secrets of ships. Introduction: vessel is an object that floats on the water. The shape of the vessel can be any shape, including a box, cylinder, or cone. Vessels are used for many different purposes, including transportation, recreation, and fishing. Vessel: a boat is a vessel. A ship is also a vessel, but not all vessels are ships. A vessel can also be called a boat or ship depending on how it's being used at the time. If it's sitting in your driveway and you're going for a ride on it, then it's probably best to call it my little vessel. However, if you're talking about your friend who has been fishing all day trying to catch some fish, then maybe we should call him Captain instead of Captain John Smith, because those two titles mean different things entirely. Maritime: maritime is the body of water, the sea. Maritime law is the law of the sea. Maritime law governs the use and exploitation of the sea by people and nations alike. Boat: a boat is a watercraft, usually small enough to be carried by a person. In common usage, the term refers to a small craft that is propelled by oars or paddles, but may also include sailboats and motorboats. A vessel which transports people on water is called either a watercraft, of any size, or simply a ship if it has 3 or more masts. Container: a container is a small box that can be easily loaded and unloaded. It's used by many people to ship goods from one place to another. Container has been a very important part of our lives, because it helps us move heavy stuff from one place to another without using much effort. Cargo: cargo is the goods carried in a ship or aircraft. Cargo can be transported by sea, air, truck, and rail. Cargo can be dangerous to the crew and ship because it may contain hazardous materials such as explosives, flammable liquids, or gases which are a fire risk if they ignite. Cargo can also be dangerous to the environment, for example if it contains toxic waste that could leak into our rivers and oceans if there was an accident at sea. Cruiser: cruisers are a type of boat used for pleasure and recreation, sport, racing, and fishing. They may also be used for military purposes or commercial purposes. Cruisers are generally larger than motorboats, but smaller than yachts. Freighter: a freighter is a ship that carries freight. Freighters are usually bulk carriers, but they can also be tankers, container ships, lash barges, and other types of specialized vessels. Freighters may be owned by companies or organizations, e.g., the military, by private individuals, or be operated by the government. Ferry: a ferry is a boat or ship that carries passengers and sometimes their vehicles across a body of water. Ferries form a part of the public transport systems of many waterside cities and islands, allowing direct transit between points at a lower cost than other modes of transport. Ferry services operate across rivers, lakes, canals, and other stretches of water where there are no bridges or tunnels available to provide passage across it. Most ferries operate on regular schedules with fixed departure times, and often arrive at the same time on both ends, but some services depart only when enough passengers have boarded for the journey to be profitable. These are known as off-peak or unscheduled services. 1. The largest ferries can carry thousands of passengers along with their vehicles. 2. The term originally referred to coastal steamboats but has come to include all vessels currently used in this way regardless of whether they use steam engines or not. Thus it includes both car ferries, which carry road vehicles only, and autorefiques, which carry both cars and trucks. Tugboat: tugboats are boats that can be used to tow or move other boats. They're often used to move ships, barges, and other vessels. Tugboats are also called towboats or tugs. Bulk carrier: a bulk carrier, also known as a general cargo carrier or bulk carrier, is a type of cargo ship. It is a vessel that carries dry, bulk cargo, such as coal, ore, and cement in its hold. The term can be applied to all ships that carry large quantities of homogeneous goods, e.g., grain, but it usually refers to industrial-sized ocean-going vessels, i.e., ships that move thousands of tons. Bulk carriers typically have lifting gear capable of handling loads up to 70 tons per meter, at speeds reaching 20 knots, 23 miles per hour. They may be designed for non-self-propelled discharge or self-discharge operation only. However, many today are fitted with bow thrusters for easy maneuvering while docking, undocking at port facilities. 1. Yacht: a yacht is a type of boat that is used for recreation or sport. It can be small and fast, with a crew of around 6 people. Yachts usually have cabins and heads, toilets. They are often rented by the hour, though they may also be used for racing or long-distance cruises. Deck: a deck is the uppermost continuous platform of a ship. It may be constructed of wooden planks, steel plates, or other materials. The relative height of a ship's decks has to do with its purpose and function. Passenger ships tend to have high decks with large windows for viewing the scenery as well as comfortable lounges and dining rooms. Cargo ships have lower decks where cargo is loaded and unloaded. Military vessels often have an upper deck for observation purposes but no place for passengers or crew members to walk around comfortably. A typical full-size modern sailing yacht will have 3 or 4 main levels comprising the following: forecastle, forwardmost part of a vessel above waterline where crew members can sleep in hammocks while at sea. Usually contains galley facilities too small for regular meals, sometimes called forecastle spelled backwards. Hull. The hull is the main body of a ship. It supports everything else and protects it from damage and water. Anchor. An anchor is a device, normally made of metal, used to connect a vessel to the bottom of a body of water. The word derives from Latin ancora, stem anchor, which itself comes from Greek ana, back, and kome, fastened. Anchors can be classified as either sea anchors, used in shallow water or where there are no suitable locations for anchoring; stone anchors, large stones that were not designed to move but simply had their weight keep them in place; cable anchors. These are made up of several parts: the shank which goes into the seabed, one or more flukes at its end which dig into soft seabeds like sand and mud, rope connecting these two parts together so that when pulled tight by gravity your boat will stay stationary. Port is a place where ships can dock and load or unload passengers and cargo. The word comes from the French word meaning harbor. Navigation. Steering mast sail engine. Navigation steering mast sail. Discover the world of ships in this video. Explore the technology, design, and history of seafaring vessels from cargo freighters to luxury yachts. Learn about the unique features and evolution of shipbuilding. Join us on a journey through the high seas, uncovering the secrets of ships.